Hello, welcome to Matthew's channel. Today I'm talking about Roth IRAs and specifically how you might use them to invest with cryptocurrencies. Let's begin. Disclaimer, yes, I am just looking at a Wikipedia page. I'm just using it as a reference for the things that I'm about to say anyway. And also, this is not financial advice. I am not an accountant. I have no official training. This is just how I see things from my point of view as an Englishman in Texas, getting to grips with the United States financial system, tax system. On that note, obviously, IRAs are specific to the US. This won't necessarily be relevant to anybody else, but it's still interesting. The closest thing we have in the UK would be an ISA, an ISA, Individual Savings Account, which is somewhere you can save your money and it's sheltered from tax. The gains, the profits are not taxed. You can either put cash in and earn interest, or you can invest in stocks and shares and try and profit that way. So here in the US, we have IRAs. A lot of people use these just for their pensions. So you can have what's called now a traditional IRA, where your employer will pay your wages, your salary will be paid in before tax. So it's a tax efficient vehicle for saving. You don't pay income tax before the money goes in. This way your balance goes up quicker, and the downside is when you withdraw it later on, then you are taxed as if it was income. In 1997, Mr. Roth, Senator William Roth, I didn't know it was named after this particular chap, but a Roth IRA was introduced, which is the opposite in terms of tax strategy. You earn your money, you pay the income tax on it at the beginning, then you invest your money into the Roth IRA. That money is then sheltered from tax on any gains, profits, when you come to withdraw it. Always good to diversify. It's good to try some of one and some of the other. Speaking from personal experience, and ultimately that's what this is, because I can't give you financial advice. I don't know your financial position, but in terms of mine and ours as a family, my wife and I both have our own pensions that we've been paying into from the workplace and would be classed as traditional. And then we have some savings that we put into Roth IRAs when we have extra money. The Roth IRA is a much smaller portion of the portfolio, and that's a good way to balance it. I think you want most of your money going into the traditional pension funds, investing in traditional funds, stocks and shares, commodities, maybe bonds, but I'm not a fan of bonds, but you get the idea, that kind of thing, for an average of 7% growth per year for 20, 30, 40 years, and that will build a big nest egg for your retirement. The Roth IRA I am looking at more as a way to buy crypto and then have the gains tax-free. The reason I think this is the perfect approach, because you've got most of your wealth somewhere secure, somewhere safe, somewhere traditional, and then you've got a percentage of your portfolio. People say aim for 3%, 2%, 3%, 4%, 5% maybe, but a small proportion of your portfolio in crypto. But that could gain exponentially compared to stocks and shares. And Bitcoin is up 150% in 2 years. So you won't get those gains in stocks and shares, but then also you can lose as well. So what I like to do is have a small part of my money in the Roth IRA invested in cryptocurrency, because it's great having it in the Roth IRA because the gains can be so big, so spectacular, then the gains will be sheltered from tax. Let's just take a quick look through this page and I'll try and pick out some of the more relevant points. So the contribution amount you can make right now as an individual is $7,000 in a year. That's one of the other drawbacks, is it is limited as to how much you can put in. and you also you do have to earn that amount of money to qualify. So if you want to invest 7,000 in a Roth IRA, then you have to have earned $7,000 in that tax year. There is a spousal exception. So if you're married and your spouse earns more money than you, and that covers the amount you want to invest, then you're covered by your spouse's income. So the differences between a traditional and a Roth IRA: your contributions to a Roth IRA are not tax deductible, but the withdrawals are tax free. You do have to wait until you're 60, and I believe the account has to have been open for 5 years. One of the biggest advantages, and I wasn't even really aware of this, direct contributions may be withdrawn tax and penalty free at any time, meaning you can put money in and at any time you can take the same amount of money back out again. I always think of a pension: you put your money in and it's gone until you're at retirement age, which is good. You want that. You want to not be able to get your hands on it, I think, for your main pension. With a Roth IRA, you do have that flexibility, and again, this ties in perfectly for crypto, because for example, you could have invested $1,000 in Bitcoin a few months ago when it was at $30,000 through your Roth IRA. Now it would be worth double. So Bitcoin is now at 60,000, and your $1,000 investment would be worth $2,000. What you could do is sell half of your Bitcoin and withdraw it. You've got your original stake back, and then you've still got the gains, you've still got the profit to reinvest or just keep invested in Bitcoin in your Roth IRA. And that won't be taxed when you do take it out when you're old enough, but that will have to stay in until you reach that age. But that's fine. You're investing it for the future. We're investing in crypto for the long term. If you do want to sell the crypto and you want to get out, say in 10 years instead of 20, you can sell all your crypto and you could invest it in gold or silver, or you could transfer it to a broker that allows you to buy all other kinds of investments. And actually, we'll be speaking about those specifics a bit later on. So you're not tied in really in any way. I think it's a perfect vehicle for investing in crypto. I think it's good if you've got some crypto in a wallet. You do want that as well, because part of the benefits of cryptocurrency is it's unregulated. It's yours. There's no one else involved. There's no third party. It's not dependent on anybody. So you do still need to hold your own crypto, and I certainly will continue to do that. You want to keep it in a cold wallet, and which we can go into in a different video. But it's a completely different financial system to what we're used to. Whereas if you start investing in a Roth IRA, then you are tied in to third parties. And again, that's fine. Diversify, have some of one and some of the other. So let's see what else we're talking about here. This is something I didn't realize as well, that if you have an employer IRA, you can't necessarily open up your own traditional IRA. I'm not sure of the ins and outs of that, but you can for sure have a Roth IRA with the tax breaks that you're after. I'm not going to talk too much about from here whether you want a Roth or a traditional versus do you want to be taxed on the income, when you take it out of the pension, or do you want to be tax free when you put the money in the pension, etc. But it's a good way to diversify between the two different systems. You can also roll over a traditional IRA into a Roth IRA. I believe you pay income tax at that time when you transfer it, but then any gains from that point will be tax free. And as for the disadvantages, they're not really relevant in the context that I'm talking about. You can't use it as collateral for a loan. I mean, that's the biggest disadvantage, okay? So the eligibility and the contributions, the fact that it is low, how much you can put in, and then if you are earning over a certain amount, $125,000 as a single filer, or nearly $200,000 as joint filers, then you don't get a full contribution for some reason. But that doesn't apply to me, so I'll skip over that. And obviously, you can go and look at Wikipedia for your own. I won't spend any more time looking at this today. So let's talk about specifically how you go about doing this. You've decided you've got $1,000 sitting around and you want to get it into some crypto, and you want to put it in a Roth IRA to shelter any gains from being taxed. So, first option that I really like is a company called iTrust Capital. I talked about this in my short and in my previous video. Just go to itrustcapital.com to open an account. Once you're in, let me log in, I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm logged in now, and it shows you how much you've invested in this year and what the value of your fund is. If I go into here, then it gives you a breakdown of how much you've got in each cryptocurrency. So we can see here, most of it is in Bitcoin, 60%, 17% in ETH, 10% in Cardano, Solana, and so on. You can actually invest in gold and silver through this as well. But this is specifically set up for this kind of investment, and it's really easy to buy and sell as well. It's just as easy as in a exchange. I just click on the one that I want to sell, and I put in how much I want to sell of it, and after it's sold, it will just stay within the Roth IRA, and I can reinvest it into something else. ADA is really cheap right now. I want to buy more. So that's it really. It's very straightforward. Obviously, I'm not sponsored at this point, but there is a referral code if anybody is going to sign up. This is my referral link, and I will put that in the comments as well. Up until recently, that was the only way I knew to get exposure to cryptocurrency in a Roth IRA. But now we have ETFs, which I discussed in the last video. Exchange traded funds you can buy for Bitcoin and Ethereum, so you don't have them for the other coins. You are restricted to those two. But this is more of a traditional setup because you can buy it at Fidelity or Charles Schwab or any of the above. All you have to do is go to fidelity.com, open an account, and start investing. Maybe you already have a different kind of IRA or a brokerage account or something like that with Fidelity. You can just go ahead and open up a Roth IRA alongside it. Let me go ahead and log in, and I'll be right back. Okay, I logged in. I just set this up yesterday as part of the iTrust news, and I just put $100 in. So as you can see, in one day, I've lost nearly 5% of my investment. Welcome to crypto. So again, it's a Roth IRA. You put your money in, you choose what you want to buy with it, and you leave it there for the long term. The difference now is that you don't have to buy stocks and shares and managed funds and all the rest of it. You can buy Bitcoin and Ethereum, or at least you can get exposure to it by buying the ETFs. The two that I like because of the low fees are IBIT for Bitcoin and ETH for Ethereum. We can actually examine all the different ones that are available in a different video, but this is really just to talk more about a Roth IRA. So as you can see, it's easy now, especially with Fidelity. You know, you can have investments in Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then if you want to sell and get out of crypto at some point, but still keep them within the Roth IRA, you can just sell those. You can just sell those ETFs and buy different ones, different ETFs that aren't crypto. There we go. Easy as that. So we'll leave it there for today. I just wanted to give a quick introduction to Roth IRAs. I think they're great. You can 10x your money with crypto and it won't be taxed. There we go.